the Manchester Community Schools. Mr. Hensley will be joining us in a few minutes. At this time, if it all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, all the board members are present. Mr. France, legal counsel, is present. And Mr. Darnell, interim superintendent, is present, so we can dispense with the roll call. We have emergency additions and deletions. We have a hiring policy first reading of an update or amendment. We have an approval of a leave of absence. And we have a Baird Corporation engagement letter to add to the agenda. We'll put that in between with 3.3 and 3.4. They're all related. So any other emergency additions or deletions to the agenda?
None.
This time I'd entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll motion.
Motion by Mr. Raymer,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Brubaker. All in favor, raise your hand, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. The first recommendation for approval is the superintendent's contract.
Oh, we got hearing and patrons first.
Oh, sorry. Missed my place. Okay, hearing of patrons. Going once? Okay. First recommendation for approval tonight is the superintendent's contract. The board has posted the position, interviewed many candidates, and held a public hearing on the proposed terms of the superintendent's contract that MCS will offer. Do I have a motion for the hiring of the new superintendent?
I'll make a motion. Hire Kyle Whelan.
And I'll second.
I have a motion to hire Kyle Whelan by Mr. Brubaker and a second by Mr. Bucher. Any further comment or discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Let's hold on. Let's do a roll call vote. Mr. Raymer,
Yes.
Mr. Bucher,
Yes.
Mr. Brubaker,
Yes.
Mr. Esposito,
Yes.
Mr. Shaw,
Yes.
Mr. Hensley,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Motion carries 7-0. Okay, the next approval we'll hear from him just a little later in the agenda. Now we have the approval of Bondry Consulting engagement letters. They're the consulting firm. Randy, is he with us?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He is not. I've sent him the link and he responded to my email that he got it, but he has not gotten back.
Okay. Well, I would entertain a motion to approve the Bondry Consulting engagement letter for the purpose of moving forward with the strategic plan.
I'll move to accept the engagement letter in the amount of $11,500,000.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion by Mr. Shaw and a second by Mr. Esposito. All in favor, please signify by saying aye and raising your hand.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Approval of Baird engagement letter, which is the company that actually does the work on the stock market for Bondry Consulting. All this stuff was in your packet and presented last week. Do I have a motion to approve that engagement letter?
I'll move to approve.
I have a motion by Mr. Esposito. second by Mr. Shaw. All in favor, any discussion, questions? All in favor signify by saying aye and raising your hand.
Aye.
Okay, and the next one is the legal counsel, engagement letter for the firm of Bose, McKinney and Evans LLP to provide legal counsel for the bond and the bond hearings. Do I have a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Mr. Brubaker made a motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Raymer seconded. Any discussion, questions? This is the firm you recommended, right, Mr. France?
Right.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye and raising your hand.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. We need to approve a leave of absence for 6 weeks or longer for Mr. Javen Burnsworth.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Hensley made a motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Brubaker seconded. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye and raising your hand.
Aye.
Did you vote yes? Okay, motion carries 7-0. Discussion information. Comments from the new superintendent. Mr. Whelan, if you would.
Thank you, Mr. Turfner. First of all, I'd like to recognize my fan club that I brought tonight. So I have my wife, Julia, kids, Austin and London, Austin's girlfriend, Izzy, and then two of my sisters. I know my sister Kasha and mom are probably watching from home. So want to thank them. Being a school administrator takes a lot of time, and without their support and understanding, I wouldn't be standing here today. So thank all of you. I appreciate it. I'd also like to thank the Manchester School Board of Trustees for giving me this incredible opportunity. It's truly an honor to be able to serve as the next superintendent at Manchester. I graduated from Manchester in 1994. I started my teaching career here in 1999, and I've lived here my entire life. And my daughter goes to school here, my nieces and nephews go to school here, and this is truly home to me. So, but when I looked at this position, what appealed most to me is the great people that work here. Manchester Community Schools, they employ over 200 people. And when we're talking about, bus drivers, cafeteria workers, custodians, maintenance crew, paraprofessionals, secretaries, counselors, administrators, and very importantly, teachers, all of them play a vital role in the success of this corporation in providing incredible opportunities for our students. Another thing that I know, having been here all my life, is that I know that the community of North Manchester supports this corporation and they want to see us be successful. And so I look forward to, as we move forward, working with our community partners and community members to provide all the supports necessary for our teachers, to continue to create great opportunities for our students. So, I know that this district has a great future ahead, and I'm just excited to be a part of that. So once again, thank you, school board, for trusting me with this position, and I look forward to continuing to serve this district and the community of North Manchester for years to come. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it.
Welcome aboard. Okay, the F&F committee met with the MES core committee representatives last night and went over their list as presented from Mr. Wanamaker and Oscar. It's going to be about $836,000 at the elementary school for security improvements, cafeteria improvements, going forward. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much the update. Dana couldn't make it tonight. We already saw the pictures and stuff last month. Core committee comments?
Is that like a good in this way, or?
No, we're
Okay,
good.
thank you. said it many times.
Okay. Hiring policy, 4.3.
You have it in your packet, board, a recommendation to update the hiring policy. Basically, the addition is to add a second sentence to the first paragraph that board-approved new positions will have an issuance of 60 days. If not filled within that time frame, those positions will come back to the board for reapproval. That puts a parameter on those new positions, and when they can't be hired, then we'll kind of shelf them and bring them back as need be. But that was a conversation that we had this morning with our administrative team. Mike was a part of that. Mike, I don't know if there's anything else that you want to share with that or not, but that would be the recommendation that we want to bring forward.
It's just a purging mechanism, basically, so we don't have a bunch of open positions, and we also discussed the current open positions with the administration, make sure.
Right, can I get you to pull your mic down, please? Go ahead.
I'm done.
I'm not sure it made it, didn't it, under the recording.
It's a purging mechanism, basically, to make sure we don't have a ton of open positions that we have to do, so the administration, we talked about this. It was something maybe we should have added, but, you know, the time length is something I want to discuss with them, so it's just an update to do that, so.
And again, there's no action required, board, this is just the first reading. Do you have any comments, anything you want to add?
I just want to say, as a corporation, we do have 2 custodial positions that are open, and the pool of candidates is very, very slim. So if anyone knows of candidates, we really encourage you to apply for those positions. And those positions are vital to have clean buildings and success for kids. So we need custodians, we need individuals to apply for those positions. One's a second shift position and one's a day position.
Any other comments?
No, I just wanted to say too publicly, this, with the hire of Mr. Whelan, this is probably my last meeting to be with you as your interim superintendent. It's been a pleasure. It really has been. So there's so many good things going on at Manchester Community Schools. I just feel blessed that I've just been a little piece of what's happened here. So I just wanted to thank you as a board. So I'll work it out with Mr. Whelan as to when my last day is. It's been a great journey. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So many good people in this district. So many good people. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
School board comments?
Mine was gonna be to Steve, you know, thanks for what you've done. Heard some good comments out of the staff in the interim. So, you know, that's a question whether to do that or not, and I think it worked out well, so thank you.
Yeah, you were a great help. I mean, you're stepping into a really not good position, and you performed really well. I'd like to personally thank you too. No other school board comments?
I'd like to thank Mr. Darnell as well, and I'd like to welcome Mr. Wheeland. So this is an exciting time, so thank you.
Anybody else? I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Hensley,
I'll second.
Mr. Raymer, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.